The neat pour was just like pound after pound into the face with flavor. Welcome once again to Chill Filter, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to, but you probably are. Hey, you probably should. And I already screwed it up, and that's why we like you. And wait, did I get that wrong? Or you probably should.
No,
it
sounded great to me. Maybe I wasn't paying attention,
just
but
late.
It sounded great, man.
Late. I don't know. But anyway, that's what we are. We're Chill Filtered. If you want to listen to some chill guys talk real and be genuine and talk whiskey at the same time, this is your podcast. But here's the business this week. We have a Patreon, if you're not aware, and a lot of those Patreon members at the $10 tier or more are getting their end of the deal beautifully because they get couriered 3 samples every 3 months. And this is one of those months where we send out those samples. So if you want to get on it, now's the time, because you'll get on in the next 3 months of drink-alongs where we do YouTube lives and where we drink with our friends who are our Patreon people. And more than that, but those who already received samples are the Patreon $10 tier or more people. So that's what you can do to support us this week. That's the business.
Bryan, we did one of those today, actually.
Yeah, we recorded earlier and it was fun. Yeah, we did a Sentinel cask strength. And why was that special? Because there was only one cask strength ever made of that thus far. So that was from Whiskey Del Bach, and it was good.
Yeah.
I just celebrated Christmas again today. Right between our
We're gonna spend this whole time talking about Christmas, I'm sure.
Yeah, seriously. And my in-laws go all out. In fact, I brought my Entry Buzz glass upstairs. Dude, look at this freaking thing. This is like,
oh dang,
so nice. I asked for this on
the base is faceted.
Yeah, the base is thick, you know what I'm saying? And it is faceted. And look how thick that base is, man. That's a thick base.
You can slam that on the bar and say another.
Dude. Yeah, seriously. And I'm loving it. Look at that nice, just like straight.
The glare, I love it.
So I'm going to drink my Entry Buzz out of this because I live the fancy life these days, and my in-laws throw down for Christmas. So good on them.
Yeah.
They were the ones who introduced me to Waterford as well. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Wait, yeah, father-in-law. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love it. So you were also in Colorado, yes?
Yes, all last week. Got back yesterday. It was great. Got to see my parents. Got to see my sisters and my sister's kids, and it was really chill, which was what I needed. And part of the chill is like you just don't really have much plans. You just chill around and hang out and make dinner together and do fun things together. But then also like you're like, sometimes I just like need to chill, and like my sisters are like, we'll watch your kids. We'll just we'll take care of them. We'll just watch a movie or something like that. So I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, awesome.
Got to study my exams in a month. So cross your fingers for me, everyone.
Yeah,
there goes attempt number 3 of this exam. And last time I got the maximum failing score. Hopefully I'll get the minimum passing score this time.
To be clear, you weren't maximally failing.
Yes.
You were minimally failing.
Exactly. But I was just below the minimal pass. So
that was the worst failure. You were the worst type of failing that you could possibly be.
Because like there's like in the actuarial field, like people know what it feels like to get a 5, and a 5 is the maximum passing score or maximum fail score.
Right. Like you were so close.
Like, ooh, like my boss literally gave me the day off when I got that news. He was like, just take the day off. Yeah. And so it's rough, but all I got to do is just get a little higher. So got a month more of studying to do that. So, and I've been studying for a few months already. So since the last,
nice.
So
yeah.
And, but Christmas was dope. I got a lot of fun things on my wish list.
Yeah. Good. Let's hear it.
I got these cool glasses right here, thick base. You know what I'm saying? What else did I get? I got just a bunch of random things, which is dope. Let's see. My wife got me She got me a lot of nice things that I'm completely blanking on right now.
Okay, no
Yeah.
joke. No joke.
Uh-huh.
10 minutes ago,
Uh-huh.
I said, Sam, can you text me all the things you got me for Christmas? Because I know I'm gonna have to say and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
but
terrible memory.
they were awesome. I remember feeling like, wow, she went out of her way for me. Recently she got me crap. I'm just not even gonna mention it because I'm gonna like screw it up.
That's fair. I
It's like
asked you
it's like
earlier
giving
though.
shout outs, yeah, and then forgetting one
Yeah,
guy, and you're like,
I know.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
right. I asked you
yeah,
earlier if you got any whiskey for Christmas, and the answer was
yeah.
no, right?
Only the whiskey shaman.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, which was
Yeah,
amazing. Like
yeah,
honestly, it's like it's not something we probably could do an episode on because it's so niche. Um, but like it deserves an episode for how good that whiskey is. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. I didn't
What
even
I was
know it could
thinking
get
was
that good.
we should do a shaman spectacular, maybe even have him on
Yeah,
the show
that's a
and
good idea.
drink yours and mine both on that
Yep.
episode. Maybe talk some
Share them.
about
Yeah.
Scotch Malt Whiskey Society because they're both
That's a good idea.
SMWS. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do
Oh,
that.
but
Let's mhm.
I got a whiskey from my wife to me
Nice.
for
Uh-huh.
Christmas. So remember, oh yeah. So I'm not sure I ever actually told you this either.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure I did on the Christmas episode. The auction, the local
Yeah,
auction where I
yeah.
got all those
Yeah.
Kilhomans.
Where you
That's where I got
Oxmoor for me, yeah.
that's
Mhm.
where I got your
Oh, and I
Oxmoor
guess
10 year.
that too, I apologize for not mentioning that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
wanted to slightly bring that up so that I could get one more
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, "And that's all I wanted to say."
Yeah. All right, moving on. Whiskey World news.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, I got this at that auction
Oh,
too, and
nice, and that's an old one too.
yeah, it is. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this, what I'm holding up in front of the camera is
Yeah.
Glendronach 21, and it is
Mhm.
a 2017 bottling of Glendronach,
Ooh, which
uh, which
I have,
you
like or I had, like, a 2018 probably. Yeah.
ooh, really? Because,
Yeah.
I'm we need to do an episode on this because
Nice.
there's actually an interesting thing here that I'm afraid to screw up and not get correct
Uh-huh.
and get a comment on Apple Podcasts about inaccuracies.
Yeah,
But
inaccuracies.
apparently in 2017, the 2017
Uh-huh.
release of this is actually 22 years old. And then going up from there, 2018, 2019, 2020 are all
Uh-huh.
23, 24, 25 years old because
Uh.
the distillery was mothballed 21 years prior and there wasn't new distillate. So they
Oh.
like stretched that same distillation
Yeah.
year over many years.
Uh-huh.
So like it goes all the way up to there being like like 25 or 26
No
year old
way.
21. Yeah.
So they started getting
Before
really rare.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, this happens to be a 2017, which
Nice.
I got to try a sample from Mingo
Uh-huh.
at a bottle share. His was 2017, and I didn't even know
Nice.
that mine was 2017 at the time. But so I knew it was awesome, and then when I found that
Yeah.
out, I was like, oh heck yeah. But anyway, it's very good. This was my
Mhm.
whiskey of choice this year, and then I did get
Nice.
Sam a whiskey. I got
Nice.
Sam thanks to a recommendation from another Discord that you and I are both on.
Mhm.
This is Compass Box
Compass box?
Canvas.
Nice.
Yeah,
Canvas.
Compass Box Canvas. It was so fitting because Sam is a artist, fine art. She's
Totes.
painted many a canvas, many
She's
a
good.
acrylic and oil paint canvas. So
Mhm.
it just like it's pretty. It fit the bill. It's
I
Compass
imagine it's
Box.
not
So
smoky.
yeah, no, it's definitely not
Yeah.
smoky.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, I only sipped it once just a couple days ago while we were down in Tucson, so I can't really
Uh-huh.
comment too much on it yet. But yeah, that was my whiskey gift to Sam for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, as you were talking about the Glendronach, I looked up my old bottle, and the chances that it's a 2017 is actually really good.
Really?
But then the bad news is that we've already done an episode on Glendronach
Okay,
21.
whatever
But
that. Yeah.
take a guess what number episode that was.
Oh my gosh, the like 14. You're making me think real
You're
low.
close. You're actually
Oh
really close.
yeah.
It was episode 3 was
What?
Glendronach 21. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. It was
Obviously,
our
I'm gonna have
3rd
to.
episode. Yeah.
Do you think you would have mentioned? Do you think you would have been tuned into laser
No,
codes
no.
at the
I was
time?
probably inaccurate and meandering in that episode. So, yeah.
That's my favorite, so I will
Mhm.
definitely listen. That's how I like
it's
my
only let me look at it. Let me see how long, because we used to do a lot shorter length episode, or like, come on, do we have something there? Whatever. I don't even care, man. I don't even want to know. Yeah. It doesn't say how long, but it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, I thought that was funny. That it was episode 3, like back in the day.
So anyway. when I listen to that, because I will, maybe you'll mention like, yeah, I got this 2 years ago, and I'll be able to like see what episode came out and figure out.
Maybe. I think I got it in a Madison. I'm almost positive. I think I got it in a Madison Total Wine, and that episode came out in. I just looked at that. It came out on. Give me one moment. Gronock. It came out in June 27th, 2018. So like almost 8 years ago. So the fact that it was halfway into 2018 and I had already owned it and I was preparing, but then again, I bought it in Madison, which means I bought it in 2018.
Yeah.
So
and
it could
like,
be
those weren't selling out when they were hitting shelves right away or anything.
But
yeah, I think even over the last several months, I've seen Glendronach 21s at Total Wine in the glass case for months. I don't think people aren't clamoring over those, especially now that they're like $350 or something.
You know what I bought mine for? I think it was less than 200 when I bought it.
Yeah, awesome.
But I did find out as I, making funny moves with my hands. What I did discover was I actually like the 18-year more than the 21-year in general.
Well,
18 years Pedro Jimenez, Parliament 21 years. What's on that?
It is PX and Oloroso.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
and then
12 is Tormely Oloroso.
I said
12,
Oloroso.
I saw some special Glendronach while I was in Colorado. It was like Glendronach ode to something.
What? So it was like a not standard
ode to the dark.
Ode to Isla?
They can say that. I know they can, even though they probably get in trouble because they'd be like, it's not an Isla whiskey, so we got to burn your house down. Yeah. It's like $100 bottle or like $80 bottle, apparently. Ode to the Valley and Ode to the Dark. Sounds like what Highland Park was doing with the light in the dark. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
I hope you don't hear children running around my house. We still were finishing up the festivities for Christmas and the kids playing with all their new toys, including a Barbie Corvette remote control car, which was getting the girls riled up, which is fine. I love them. So
awesome.
Yeah. So,
any other massive kid gifts? Was this was the year where we got Beck a bicycle or something?
We forgot to do that.
Oh no.
It's so funny you say that, Brian. It's right over there. And we forgot to give it to him, which is great because we get to extend Christmas.
There you go.
But I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, we did get one of them a bicycle.
Okay, now hold on.
Yeah.
You can't extend Christmas and give Beck a bicycle and give Gray nothing. So
that's the beauty is that there are 2 boxes over there.
Yes.
And I forget which one. I forget what we got. The younger, but they're both big boxes. So yes, but Christmas extends for both children. Which I'm so glad you said that because that just made me so happy to think about. So yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah, they're gonna love it. And yeah. Otherwise, nothing big. Beck really wanted a Elsa Princess Palace Castle thing that was at Target,
awesome.
And Santa happened to buy it at Target.
Dang, I didn't know Santa shops at Target. That's awesome.
Sometimes he's got to outsource. It's kind of like sourced whiskey. You just got to get it somewhere else for a little bit. So
totally fair.
That's what he did. Fair. And then gray. What
Yeah,
is shooting?
I heard sometimes Santa actually like 2-day Amazon ships to your
Yeah,
house. I heard
it's
that too.
easier that way. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
From what I hear, he's a resourceful man.
I know,
So
right? Less to carry around in the sleigh. Those reindeer, if they don't have enough
yeah,
carrots, yeah.
you know how many people and children are on this earth that are even on the good list? Crazy. He's gotta get helpers. So what are you entry buzzing on?
I am so glad you asked. I am entry buzzing on what we're drinking today.
Oh wow. From another barrel?
Yes
Just
and
starting off
no.
strong? Okay.
Yes and no. Okay, so I have a flight in front of me. I have
Okay.
3 whiskeys. It is a blind. I don't know which one's which. One
Mhm.
is a Tanyard that is not what we're drinking today.
Okay.
One
Okay.
is a Tanyard that we are drinking today, and the
Mhm.
other is just a pick,
Barrel strength. Yeah.
barrel strength rye pick from
Yeah.
Trevor's. And let me just say, it is immediately obvious which one the pick is.
Oh, nice.
I haven't looked yet. I haven't confirmed. So, I
Mhm.
mean, who knows? It could be a crazy upset for me to find out that I'm actually
Mhm.
wrong about that. But
That'd
I'm
be crazy.
quite sure I know which one the pick is.
How do you
And
know?
for now,
Proof?
the what between the
What
Tanyards?
makes it so obvious?
Oh, what makes it so obvious?
Mhm.
Lack of depth,
Nice.
charcoaly, tobacco-y, the deep dark.
Nice.
The pick does not have the deep dark, and the other
Mhm.
2 have the deep dark. So
I
I'm
love the
just
deep
trying to
dark.
decide. I know. When we start drinking later,
Yeah.
I'll at least pick which one my favorite was to find
Yeah.
out if my favorite is my bottle of Tanyard or if it's my
Mhm.
buddy Chris's bottle of Tanyard.
Nice. No, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Um, anything else?
Dude,
Got any
nothing other than, I mean, Christmas, on my side,
yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
was Emma actually was, like, tearing,
Nice.
papers out of bags, and there were,
Nice.
like, 2 or 3 times where she'd get in a groove, where she'd pull
Mhm.
something out of a bag, and we'd be like, "Wow!" And then she would immediately go back in and pull the next
Ah.
thing out, and we'd be like,
Oh, that's great.
"Wow!" So she got in a groove a couple times of, like,
Uh-huh.
open, 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 but then,
Yeah.
like, something would come out where she would just wanna play with that for, like, 30 minutes. So we would
Oh,
just take a
you're like,
break,
"That's okay.
go
You do
go
you."
do whatever, play with stuff for 30 minutes, and then bring it back. And so it was an all-day affair, absolutely.
Nice.
It took the entire day for us to get all our presents open, and we didn't have a freaking mountain of presents,
Mhm.
but,
Yeah.
it was a good modest amount of presents that just took all day to open, so it was lovely.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
Beck just made my whole week when she would just be so grateful for everything. Like, she would thank people before she even opened their presents. She'd be like, "Thank
That's
you, Mimi and Papa," and then she'd rip into it, and she'd be like, "I can't believe I got this," and it was like a father's dream for some
that's
kid to be
yeah,
so happy and yet still so grateful.
that's
It was
so
a
great,
blast.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah. That's
awesome.
like what I want. Like uh-huh.
The one thing I'll, let you in on is,
Mhm.
Sam got me delivery of
Mhm.
clear ice from a local
Ooh, I
company,
saw that. Mhm.
and they just, like, they brought
Oh,
it
they
to our house
deliver.
in a
Oh,
cooler with dry ice, and they just
nice.
left 45 gigantic, like, almost
How
too
often?
big for the so,
Yeah, for your glasses?
it's
It's
not a
just a one time. I
subscription.
got you, yeah.
We just did it the one time, but it's something that I
Yeah.
could continue and turn
Yeah.
into a subscription if I wanted to. But, I just kinda wanted to, like, try it once. We just figured
Mhm.
we'd just try it once, and so she did that for me for Christmas.
They look
And,
nice.
yeah, it was I mean, huge cube,
Yeah.
and very, very clear. And, I had to let it sit out for, like, 20 minutes in
Nice.
order to
A tempered.
to pour something on there
Mhm.
and not have it, like, crack and everything. I don't know if
That's
that
cool.
speaks to purity or anything, but it was just a funny side stat that,
Yeah.
it's like when I wanna make a old fashioned or something, I gotta, like, get my ice cube out 20 minutes in advance.
Mhm. I, do you have, like, a ice pick for that? Like, I have in my, repertoire drawer, basically, a Japanese ice pick where you can kinda, like, shape it a little bit, which is kinda
Oh,
fun.
Neat. No, I
You
don't have
don't get
anything.
the one. If you do get one, don't get the one with the one single pick. Get the one with like the 3-pronged, where you can kind of just
Okay.
chip away in ways. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
So what do you do with that? Do you sculpt?
Barely. I mean, basically, I get it to fit in the glass, especially for my what do you call Waterfords? They
There
don't
you
fit
go.
as easily in these. So
Yeah. I've got some really nice Waterfords. What's the pattern? Olan, I think. If you Google
yeah.
OLANN Waterford. I have 2 double old-fashioned glasses that are beautiful crisscross patterns all the way around. And then we have a set of smaller, they're still Waterford, but it's like kind of their like medium low tier line. That they're a little smaller and the bottoms taper in a little bit, so the cubes don't even sit all the way down. So the first time I tried to put one in, it went in most of the way, but it was like there's like this much liquid
spinning around in there
underneath no ice, and then ice cube on top.
That's funny. I feel like ice will work well with this cool new glass I got.
Yeah.
Hey, cat.
That was a
is that nice Booties or Booty Boy?
Nah, Booty Boy's not around anymore.
Wait, Booty Boy was Homeboy?
Yeah, Booty
I didn't
Boy
know
was,
who was Tonks. I thought Tonks was Booty Boy.
Nope, Tonks is female.
Mixed it up.
Girl.
I apologize.
No, it's all right. If you were a better Harry Potter fan, you'd know that Nymphadora Tonks is a girl.
Chonky Tonks.
Chonky Tonky. Yeah.
We're going to the
anyway. If you're watching on YouTube, you caught a sweet cat glimpse there. If you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. What am I entry buzzing on?
Yes.
I was thinking. Just a little bit of this hazmat pick from 13th Colony. So this is the one I got you and got myself. Perfect. It's 8 years, 5 months, 140.02 proof. That's right. Barely over. So let's send it a break. And we'll be back and we'll talk history. I got a cool history segment today. And then we'll get into it. So here we go to break.
This episode is brought to you by the Patreon support of Patrick White. Patrick is my favorite kind of whiskey lover. He knows what he loves and he isn't afraid to deep dive on research and write reviews about it. If you haven't read one of Patrick's reviews he posts on our Chill Filter Discord, you are missing out. Reach out if you'd like an invite. His reviews are half about the story, half about the whiskey, diving into the emotions behind the pour, in addition to the notes of the pour itself. No one can FFT a whiskey pour to get the individual flavors quite like Patrick. Here's some fun facts about Patrick's whiskey collection. Patrick owns more bottles of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye than anyone I've ever met. And when it comes to Russell's Reserve store picks, the man has more bottles than any actual store I know. Wow. The wild part is they aren't duplicates. Every single one of them is from a different brick house or floor or from another store, unique variation. He's basically a walking archive of Wild Turkey and Jack Daniel's history. So here's to the man with the sharpest palate and one of the deepest bunkers in the game. Thanks, Patrick, for your support of the Chill Filtered podcast via Patreon. Cheers.
And we're back. And we got some fun notes this week. We probably mentioned, we totally mentioned this. We're drinking Jack Daniel's Tanyard Hill. It's a single barrel. It's a set of single barrels, but we have one that is 138.3 proof. But it's kind of like their Coy Hill releases in the rye side, which is really cool to me. So anyway, the history today, real quick notes to get to. I don't have any this week. We do want to do the Chili's next week or that's weeks. We got to do that. We got to close out the year.
So maybe like Monday, Tuesday, look for a survey in your inbox. To fill out for like favorite episode, favorite whatever, favorite type of sausage, favorite blah blah blah.
But not your favorite host.
Yeah, no, none of that. We don't want to know.
Divide us.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
Yeah, don't tell us. Yeah. People will be like, Robbie, baby.
Yeah.
Robbie, I bet Phil Chiltern will choose Robbie. Yeah. So all right. So when most people think about Jack Daniels, they think corn. And they think Tennessee whiskey. But they think charcoal mellowing and the Lincoln County process. What almost no one thinks about is rye. And that's exactly what the Tanyard Hill Rye makes to be such an interesting release here. To understand this bottle, you actually have to go back to like the mid 1800s when Jack Daniels was originally learning the whiskey trade in Tennessee from Nearest Green himself. At that time, rye was one of the most commonly grown grains in the region, especially in Middle Tennessee. Corn was important, sure, but rye was everywhere. Farmers liked it because it was very hardy. It grew well in local soil, and it worked beautifully for any whiskey. And the funny thing is that most bourbons, even back in the day, were rye bourbons. So it's not like this was like a rare grain. But back then, distillers didn't specialize the way they do today. If you had rye, you made rye whiskey. If you had corn, you made corn whiskey. And Jack Daniel almost certainly did both. There was no record of Jack only making corn-based whiskey early on. That idea came much later as the brand identity evolved. Now, here's where the name matters. Tanyard Hill refers to a real place near the Jack Daniel distillery. Historically, it's an area associated with agriculture and processing, including grain handling, in Lynchburg. Naming the rye after Tanyard Hill isn't just a poetic flourish. It's Jack Daniels pointing directly at a piece of their physical past and saying, this mattered once. So why did rye disappear from Tennessee whiskey? After Prohibition, the industry rebuilt around consistency and scalability. Corn was cheaper, easier to source, and produced a sweeter, more approachable spirit, let alone the alcohol content by the amount of sugars in the grain. Where did I leave off? More approachable spirit that matched emerging consumer tastes at the time. Over time, Jack Daniels became synonymous with a specific style, and rye quietly faded into the background. Fast forward to today, Tanyard Hill Rye isn't Jack Daniels trying rye. It's Jack Daniels remembering rye, which is super cool. It's a deliberate nod to the fact that Tennessee whiskey didn't always look like the way it does now. And that rye was once part of the region's DNA. So that's what makes today's release so special. It's not just a rye with Jack Daniels label. It's a historical callback, a bottle that says, before Tennessee whiskey had rules, it had roots. And a lot of them probably had to do with rye. I can't prove that it was like a rye whiskey in the original days, but the chances that it was actually pretty good. We don't have like the original recipes or anything like that. But the fact is that rye was probably more easily findable as well as usable at the time, just as much as corn, if not more. So today what we're drinking, a specific release from Jack Daniels. Yeah, show the bottle. 138.3. Some of these Johns are busting the hazmat level. Give me more details from that bottle if you can, Brian, while I talk a little more. But yeah.
2025 special release. Bottling date 8/15/25. Day after my brother's birthday.
Nice.
Barrel number.
He's not even a year old.
Yes. Barrel number 25-05369.
Nice.
Barrel entry was 10/9/15. So 10/9/15 to 8/15/25 is darn close to 10 years old.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is 138.3 proof.
Nice.
And that's about it. Limited bottle number THR 16265. Something tells me that's not important at all.
No, but it's cool. That's about it. I mean, basically, like they're if correct me if I'm wrong, they're from a warehouse they're like on basically like it's the Coy Hill of the rye. So it's like Tanyard Hill warehouses are the ones housing these hot ryes. So
Yep. And I don't know that necessarily Tanyard only has rye.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's Tennessee whiskey in there too. But just and I'm sure they've got rye in multiple rick houses. So I think this is just they know how popular Coy Hill is. They know.
They know.
And so they are hamming this up as a, hey, check out this rick house, and it's a rye, and it's older, age stated. So this is totally on par with a Coy release, like you said, but I don't think necessarily they had intentionality to make this be like a Coy release, in flavor or anything. But I guess all I'm trying to say is, you bet they're capitalizing on the popularity of Coy and trying to ham Tanyard up as something similar.
So I'm excited to find out if I like Tanyard Hill more than Coy Hill in general.
I know. Yeah, I ran out my Coy actually. I don't have any more. I don't have any more Coy. But I will tell you now the results of my little blind here. In my Glens, the two that I believe are Tanyard, the one that I'm preferring has more rye menthol characteristics.
Nice.
And the other one has more like charcoaly, smoky characteristics. But I'll say it took me to get to the bottom of these glasses to finally make up my mind which one I liked more. Like these, at least these two different single barrels of Tanyard that I was sipping today, they're very close. But I think I prefer the one in the chill filtered Phoenix Glen, which is CF is 138.3, which is mine. Hey, fantastic. Yeah. And yes, I was correct. The one that I thought was not Tanyard is not Tanyard. That was in my Your Drinking Buddy Glencairn. And then in my Whiskey Shaman Glencairn was Chris's Tanyard. So thank you, Chris, very much. It was fantastic, but I like mine more.
That's great.
Oh, by the way, another sweet Christmas gift. Sam had these printed up. She whipped this up design wise.
Oh, cool.
It's a little sheet for her to be able to fill out when she does blinds for me. So on the blank space on the Glen, she draws in a little logo, like what Glen she put it in. She draws in a little like homage to what's on the Glen. And then she writes in the blank what's actually in the Glen. So there's a whole like rip off stack pack of these behind me. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. That's fun. That's almost as good as the aged in ore set where you can like do it by yourself.
Dude,
but it's always fun with someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I poured these out. One thing I didn't harp on as much as I wish I did for the history is, yes, these are single barrels. The whole 2025 special releases, they're all single barrels. So they're all going to be different. But they're all the same warehouse area. So
yeah.
Ooh, wow.
I know. It is powerful.
Crazy.
It is powerful, man.
Like it's there is a really nice sweet note that comes right off the front of the nose.
Now
I can't even put my hand on it, but it's like candy.
See, I get what you mean, but it's totally like molasses territory for me. It's like candy that is like super sticky, gummy, dark brown sugar candy. That's what I get out of this.
This rocks like any, like it like destroys any single barrel strength JD rye I've ever had, like just on the nose. Like this is so good on the nose.
And I would love for you to compare this to the 13th Colony too. Like what does the 13th Colony have that this doesn't? And because they're both different. I guess I don't want to call Jack Daniel's a Southern climate aged, even though it's like South-ish, but like They're both very swampy. I'm just gonna say swampy.
Yeah.
Like if you know what I mean, you know what I
Humid,
mean.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, do they both come across with the same like
No.
hit of
No.
really?
The 13th Colony has comparatively, it's an 8 year, 5 months. Comparatively, if you were to just to sip both of them or smell both of them on the nose, the Tanyard Hill tastes like a really well matured whiskey. The
Yeah.
13th Colony tastes or smells even young compared to Tanyard Hill. But it's not.
Dang.
It's and like I wouldn't say it was young if I sipped it alone. But comparing the
Right.
two, I'm like, whoo, like the depth of oak on the Tanyard Hill, the lack of bright fruitiness, but the like there is a fruitiness and sweetness to it. It is dense on the Tanyard Hill. It is more candy and like a hard candy. It's not like a soft, like spreadable, fruity candy. Like this is man, that's good. One of the best noses I've had in a long time. Yeah.
Awesome. While you sip, I'll give you a brief overview. About the difference between the single barrel that I was drinking and the Tanyard here. The single barrel, granted it's a single barrel, but this one is like it's much more lighter. It's a light brown color in my mind. Cole is writhing in his chair, but
Oh
hold it
my
in.
goodness.
Hold it in.
That is good.
It's like,
Go on.
so the single barrel proof rye that I'm nosing is much more maple, light brown in mental color for me, compared to the Tanyard that I have in my hand, which is totally like musty, dank, like a old piece of wood in a forest where it rains all the time. Like it does lack the maple caramel sweetness because all of that is overcome by the deep tobacco-y earthy stuff that's going on Tanyard.
This is a contender for whiskey of the year for me. Like it's that good. Holy cow. This is so complex too. Like you just like boom, first it's hot, then it's candy, then it's menthol, then it's menthol cherries, then it's cherries, and then it fades into the nice oak. I mean, this is good. Oh my God. How much are these running for on the secondary, man? Like, I mean, think about paying for one of these, man.
Man, what is it? I want to say around 400. Around 4, maybe it's even a little less, especially locally too, like 350, 400. But that's for not hazmat. Now, mine, as we discussed, is 138.3. Yep. There's hazmat ones. In theory, there's ones up to 148 something. But anyway, highest I've seen is 144, 145, and people are commanding a price of nearly $1,000 for those insanely high proofs. But
if anything tastes anywhere near like this, I would maybe I don't know if I'd spend 400, but like,
yeah,
this is good.
No, totally agree.
And like this is like this deserves to be in the antique collection and like commands the collection kind of good. Yeah, like oh man, this is good.
Totally agree. This is I want to say, I should do like a head to head, but I want to say that I prefer this over Handy because Handy typically, I think Handy will come across more youthy than this does. So that's what puts this over Handy in my mind.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's good. That's like honestly, like this, I don't know what's better this year. George T. Stagger this.
I was not a huge fan of George T. Stagg this year, so
no,
I could see myself choosing this. Yeah, I could see myself choosing this over GTS.
What did I say? I said definitely Eagle Rare, and then after that, I think I said Willie LaRue. I think this year.
I was Eagle Rare Saz 1-2.
Yeah, I think I don't know about
Willie,
you. Though. Second place.
Yeah,
it was definitely Eagle Rare.
What though, Side note, I did a blind on Christmas Day
Uh-huh.
of I'd been banking samples from other people for a long time so that I could finally one day do a blind of Eagle or William LaRue 2021,
Oh, yeah.
2022, 2023, 2024,
Nice.
2025.
Did you do
21.
it already?
Yeah, I did it on Christmas Day.
Go on.
Yeah. So you're gonna kill me.
No.
2021 was last place.
No way. That's crazy.
You never know,
It's a
man.
lie. It's a
you,
lie.
you never know. But I feel like actually, you know what? I have the paper right here. Hang on. Yeah, right here.
Your paper's a lie.
Boom, right here. Another sandpaper right
Nice.
here. So 2021 was 5th place and 2024 were 4th place. And then I felt like there was a large valley between those two and the top 3.
Okay.
The top 3 for me were 2022, then 2025, then 2023. And 2023 is
2022 being the best.
No, 2023 being the best. 2023 is the one that I had gotten a whole bottle of. So and now there is literally I am pinching my eyeball with my fingers. There is this much left in that bottle. So I'll finish that in the next day or 4. But anyway, special side note about William LaRue and hilarious that I scored the 2021 so low.
I think sadly your wife ruined it by putting the wrong numbers in the wrong spots. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry to blame your wife, but yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh,
I would love to do that blind.
Yeah. I got a water pour here though. You done water yet?
No.
Man, I'm gonna do due diligence here. I'm gonna go back and forth between the water and the neat on the nose and everything.
All right, few drops.
The water, absolutely, it cut the punchiness of the neat down. Then the water is way more huffable on the nose than the neat. The neat's got that choking ethanol musty still.
Yeah, cut it down on the ethanol. Still a great nose. It's just not as sharp candy as the neat pour on the nose, at least. It's lame. I mean, it's not lame. It's lame compared to the neat pour.
Lacking complexity.
Yeah,
is what I was about to say.
It's still good. It's got some little bit of tobacco. It's just it's truly diluted the flavor from the neat pour. The neat pour was just like pound after pound into the face with flavor.
You had a great take you on a journey explanation. After you took your first sip, and like that was timed perfectly when I took a sip while you were explaining your journey that the first sip took you on, and it's just like I could see every layer of that in like the candy and then the menthol and then the menthol cherry into just normal cherry, and like totally agree on all that. And I'm a sucker for menthol ryes. I love menthol ryes, and that's what put mine over the top over Chris's. So man, that is good though.
Hard to beat this menthol characteristic. Like Driftless Glen can hit it.
Yeah.
But this is a whole nother level. Not in potency of menthol, in balance of menthol. Like it's so well balanced. Yeah.
Driftless Glen barrels that I like are way more potent in menthol.
Yeah.
This one's got the menthol, but it's got way more deep, dark tobacco earthiness than Driftless could ever have. Totally. I say that, but I've never had a 15-year Driftless rye. Can you imagine?
It's gonna happen, dude. One day. Yeah.
I will pay Ben to drive up to Driftless to get me the 15-year rye.
Dude, I'll pay myself to go up there for a 15-year.
Yeah, right.
So On the nose with ice.
Mm-hmm.
Still great. Something's telling me this is also a little diluted in flavor, which can happen. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, for example, on our recent drink along, where the Sentinel Rye was better with a little ice. The Sentinel
So
Cask Strength
good.
Rye. Yeah. You can huff it now with a little bit of ice in there, without getting ethanol burning your nostril hairs.
It is.
Let's see how it goes on the palate.
Yeah, on the nose, it is kind of just oak for me.
Mm-hmm.
With ice, all I get is oak. Super huffable oak, like Cole said, but yeah.
This is I like it, but I've been spoiled with the neat pour. Truly spoiled. And I'm sad that I ruined this amount of whiskey that was top notch with some ice. But I still have half a 2 ounce.
Can you fish the cube out?
What's that? I could, but it's
out.
It's that small. You can't even see it how small it is now.
Or
so yeah,
slam it. It's Christmas, Cole. Slam it.
Lately I've been thinking about the phrase "life's too short to blank," and like the other day I was drinking a beer and I didn't love it, and I was like, "Life's too short to drink a bad beer," so I just poured it out. So life's too short to not slam the whiskey before it dilutes. Go ahead. Sorry.
I absolutely love that philosophy. And coming from a guy that has way more samples than he knows what to do with.
Yeah.
Please believe me, I am so happy to try everything. Yeah. And I legitimately enjoy trying anything, even legitimately bad whiskeys. I love trying everything. Mm-hmm. But if you send me a 2 ounce sample of a bad whiskey, I will enjoy trying it, but it will go down the drain. So like I've been through my samples. I've been like, yep. Okay. I'm so glad I tried that. Drain. Yeah. Next one. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm really glad I tried that. Drain.
I recently I normally get Head and Shoulders menthol, which is basically like it's like minty Head and Shoulders. It's not minty, but it makes your hair feel a little tingly when you put it in your hair.
I've tried that before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my go-to. But then recently I was like looking it up on Amazon and it was out of stock. And I'm like, well, I'll just get this other Head and Shoulders that says like something like tingly or something, like makes like cooling. Cooling is what it says. It says cooling Head and Shoulders. So I bought 2 bottles of it because I got it in bulk. And I start putting it in my hair. Not only does it not smell good, it doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't smell good. It also doesn't really give a cooling effect. And I'm like, dang it, I just bought 2 bottles of this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself every morning for like a week, I'm like, this sucks. This is not what I hoped for. And I'm like, you know what? Life is too short to have a shampoo you don't like.
Yeah,
so I just didn't pour it down the drain, but bought the other one once it went in stock and just was like, screw this other one. So
you didn't return it?
No, because I had already used so much of it. Yeah, I used like a week's worth of it. So
okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, dissatisfied customer. Like, I'm not about screwing over companies and blah blah blah. But like, legitimately, from a dissatisfied customer with constructive feedback about a specific product, like I am about that at least. Yeah. So. Well, so I don't know about you, but I buy the massive ones that like has a pump on top and everything. So it's like, dude, that lasts like 8 months or something.
Yeah, and it smells like, decent,
If I buy a 2-pack of that's gonna last me a year and a half easily. So like, I'm not about to spend a year and a half of my life using shampoo that I do not like.
Life's too short. Life is too short. So here's my last thought on the ice pour. Truly, life is too short to drink this with ice. You got to drink this neat. Like, if people are wondering what it's like, who knows? Your barrel might be different, but this was meant to be neat. On what we're drinking today.
Totally.
I'm starting back. No, but I'm like kind of at my limit for the like I'm like if I drink more, I'm just gonna get like a head, not a headache, but like my stomach will just feel weird.
What I can tell you is
Mhm.
going back to the neat pour now,
Yeah.
it is everything you remember it to be. Like it is
Mm.
it is head and shoulders above the water and ice pour.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly,
Um,
the neat pour is as absolutely good as you remember it being. It's
nice.
fantastic.
This is gonna get a high score. Honestly, let's give this on my numerical score. This is a 9.6. This is
Ooh,
good. Yeah, that's a very
dang!
high score. Yeah. Um, my goodness. The neat pour on this was complex, well matured, very well matured. Like it's only less than 10 years, but it was like you could see every little impact that 10 years ish had on this whiskey. Beautiful proof. I'm glad they didn't proof it down at all. Um, it was phenomenal. Like that was a contender for the whiskey of the year, to be honest. It might actually take the lead.
Wow. Dang. I God, it might actually take the lead. So what comes to my mind immediately for whiskey of the
Mhm.
year, which I'm sure we'll discuss at length next
Yeah,
episode for
and
the
the
Phillies.
chilies. Yeah.
But to give you a little teaser, Beacon comes to my mind
Okay.
for like whiskey of the year.
This beats
And
Beacon to me. Go
what?
on.
That's
Yeah.
insane, man. To
Yeah.
me, Beacon is the
Mhm.
clear winner over this
Yeah.
because when I sip, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
When
Keep talking. We'll shut you up in a moment. No.
yeah, yeah. Cole's the one who edits this later, so
Yeah,
chop.
yeah. Chop. Yeah.
uh,
Go on.
Beacon, I feel like expert craftsmanship went into
Mhm.
Beacon, and I don't have that same feeling
That's
with the
true.
Jack Daniel's Tanyard. I feel like they got lucky with an amazing single barrel with Jack
Yeah.
Daniel. So it is very impressive. It is extremely solid and well-rounded. I don't have
Mhm.
any substantial negative comments about this, but that's my A level. And I can't give it the plus because the plus for me is truly exceptional. Hubba what? When you sip this, you immediately recognize this is special. And this didn't hit that for me because
Huh.
it's a little too abrasive for that. It's just a little too potent. It's a little too rambunctious. All of that. It's just, it doesn't feel like it is an extremely well artisanally crafted whiskey. It's just a really good single barrel. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about this. I'm giving it the A. Very, very good. I really like this, but it's not a top tier for me.
Oh, this is A plus for me on your rating scale. Hubba to what? When you sip this, you immediately recognize this is special. Limited to special occasions. Or should I say
Wow.
occasions. Um, so
That is how I spelled that. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Um, but
That's been like that for like a year and a half, man.
I
I
didn't
never
recognize
noticed
it until just now. We don't get to that high level in our
That's true.
ratings often. So
That's true.
um yeah, I agree with you. It is a little less intentional, but I think we got a lucky one for sure. And I did very much enjoy Beacon. I remember Beacon was maybe not as good to me as Russell's 15 last year. That being said, this is a lucky barrel, whatever you want to call it. Like it is uh I mean both I mean Beacon was also like BTAC status in terms of taste and notes and stuff, but this is like to me this is great. Yeah. Hubba to what? To the max. Yeah. Even
Loved
just
it.
off the first sniff. I've been huffing the dregs of this on the neat pour, and it's good.
Nice. Awesome.
So, yeah, I like that. All right, now that we've given our ratings, I think it's time for our next segment of the show that we like to call Whiskey World News. All
right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News. Today, I had rattling around in the back of my mind, it's been a couple weeks, the fact that Jim Beam announced that they were closing down, what was it, their Claremont distillery?
Or which is the big one.
Yeah. So it made me wonder, in general, how's everything going lately? So I asked AI, I asked Google Gemini, which distilleries and whiskey companies have announced production halting within the last 6 months. So the following companies here is what it came back with. We got Jim Beam as being the number one most impactful. In late December 2025, Jim Beam announced most high-profile pause in the industry at the James B. Beam campus in Claremont, Kentucky. So the Claremont for the full year of 2026, starting January 1st, is going to be shut down. Distillation is stopping, but bottling and warehouses will continue. Company cited a need to invest in site enhancements and adjust production to meet falling consumer demand. Other sites will remain operational, such as the Booker No and the Fred B. No craft distillery. But other places too, Diageo, Diageo owns a million brands, but the world's largest spirits maker has aggressively scaled back production across several brands second half of 2025 to balance capacity against current demand. The Roseisle Maltings in Scotland, they halted production until at least June 2026. Balcones, I know you know Balcones, in Texas, they announced a temporary production pause in late 2025. George Dickel, production paused at the Cascade Hollow Distillery in late 2025. Bullet Bourbon paused at its Lebanon, Kentucky facility. And Tanyard, what is that how it's pronounced?
Tanyard. Yep.
Tanyard.
Yeah, you don't want to do itch.
Yeah, that's right. That's what
you don't want to do. Like Glenfiddich. Nah. Glenfiddich.
In Scotland. So they scaled back from 7 days a week to 5 at Tanyard. Irish producers, Pernod Ricard, Middleton Distillery in Ireland, home to Jameson. That distillery underwent significant pause during the summer.
Jameson and Redbreast.
Jameson and Redbreast.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Is it Middleton? Yeah, it's Middleton. Middleton's Redbreast. Same distillery.
We'll believe you. Company also announced it would delay its 250 million euro expansion of the Middleton site due to market recalibration. Brown-Forman, parent company of Jack Daniel's, has been reducing output throughout 2025 due to a sharp drop in sales, specifically a 60 to 80% drop in exports to Canada. You know why. Scottish Brown-Forman Scottish distilleries scaled back production at Glenglassaugh and Benrake. I'm just guessing on that pronunciation, transitioning them to a shared production model with associated layoffs. And in their Louisville cooperage, not a distillery, just the cooperage, major barrel making plant in Kentucky was closed, reflecting the reduced demand for new production. And then lastly, for smaller craft distilleries, hit particularly hard, leading to several bankruptcies and pauses. The Luca Mariano Distillery, I hadn't heard of them, but they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in July 2025, only a month after its grand opening. That's sad.
Ooh, that is sad. Poor Luca.
Girard County Distilling Company in Kentucky reportedly scaled back or paused in late 2025. And then, of course, Uncle Nearest. They scaled back production schedules to manage inventory levels. The inventory levels that were collateral for loans that were controversial lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it made me wonder. I said, I was curious, well, have there been any distilleries or whiskey brands that have begun in the last 6 months? And the result that I got from that was the net number of established distilleries has actually declined for the first time in over a decade.
Wow.
According to the 2025 Craft Spirits Data Project, released in late October 2025, the number of active craft distilleries in the US plummeted by 25.6% year over year. In August 2024, there were 3,069 active distilleries.
Nice.
I was waiting for it. In August 2025, there are 2,282 active distilleries. So in 12 months, the industry lost 787 active producers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So not looking good. A lot of closures, a lot of scaling back, a lot of all that stuff. So Cole, is the Chill Filtered podcast scaling back? I was
about to talk about that. Yeah. No. Because we are 391 episodes in, and there's still a lot more whiskeys to go. So
391 episodes in, sample pool of over 200.
Yeah.
We've got work. We've got work to do, man. Yeah. We're gonna last through the bourbon glut or bourbon, whatever, out to the other side. And when the other side comes up, we'll have about 20 to 30 samples left in our re-entry.
Yeah, because we won't be able to add any to our sample pool in the meantime. No, it's crazy because I talk to people and I'm like, yeah, I do a whiskey podcast, and they're like. And I'm like, what's cool is that we do every episode is a different whiskey. And they're like, there are that many whiskeys out there. I'm like, you have no idea how many whiskeys there are out there. And even just outside of vintages of things 2021 versus 2024 William Lou Weller. Outside of that, we were still not even close to scratching the surface on how many whiskeys there actually are. And releases and stuff like that. So
yeah. And
we're not slowing down over here. Yeah.
Very few things that we do episodes dedicated to vintages on.
Yeah.
BTEC, obviously.
Yeah.
But I can't think of much else. It's not like we're doing an episode on Stag 25A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, not really. Yeah. Not anymore. Yeah. So we're not slowing down. We're still having our weekly therapy, and we're not focusing on the numbers. So we're enjoying what we do.
Love it.
I could tell, dude. You ever look? I'm not going to name any names, but I could tell there's some whiskey creators that are getting tired.
I get it though.
Yeah.
The only reason you and I are alive is because we don't edit. We don't edit the episodes down to all the interesting morsels,
Yeah.
It's yes, our viewer base is amazing.
Has to be willing to listen to.
Yeah, we love you very much. And you love all of the weird, interesting tangents and side dialogues that go on. And that keeps us alive. You keep us alive. Guy Thanks watching or girl
Guy
watching
literally
right
watching
now.
right now. Yeah.
We love you. We love you very much.
Yeah. And all our special listeners who send us stuff too. That helps.
Yeah, that keeps us alive. Definitely.
You know what's crazy is that one of our ballers, Cody Clark, reached out this week and he said, I got a few of these things. Are you guys interested? And it's crazy because early on in the podcast, I would be like, dude, we'll take anything we can get. Because it's cool to try new things, but sadly, and not, only to Cody Clark's, glory or whatever the phrasing might be, he's awesome. And we're so grateful for those things, but sadly we got to pick and choose these days. What even makes the podcast. I remember the days where it was dude, you're going to send us something like a Buffalo Trace pick. Please do. Yeah. And nowadays it's oh man, which is nice and sad at the same time, but I think it's nicer.
I know.
In the end.
It's I hate to say no, but at the same time, it's man, there's so much other stuff, and in the pool and blah blah blah, and so
But I'm grateful he's willing to ask, because there are some times where we're like, heck yeah, we'll take that, because it's like a special pour that would we'd never even get to try otherwise, but also it would be a really cool episode to do like the history on it and stuff like that. So if you're interested in sending us something, listener, new or old listener, just let us know. Like we'll either three things will happen. We'll say, no, we're good, but we really appreciate it. Secondly, we'll say, yes, we'll do an episode on that. That would be really, really cool. Or thirdly, we'll say, we might not do a full episode on it, but we'd love to add it to our pool for the reentry buzz. So
yeah. Random side note here, between this and Whiskey World, what would you choose? I downed my last bit of Tanyard, and man, neither of us mentioned like the tannins, like moisture wicking on the palate. Like so the interesting thing is there's a little bit of that, because all of that sweetness swoops in shortly after. So it's like you get a little bit of like moisture wicky just like right on the landing, but that all gets like satiated. It all gets swooped away because there's so much sugar on the palate, and there's so much trench of swampy goodness on the palate.
Amen to that. Yeah.
All right, let's do what whiskey would you choose? Yeah. So here we are. We asked you a while back, man, it's been so long. We said, did you buy Snow Day? Did you buy Found North Snow Day? And the options here, there were 4 options. The number 1 selected option was, I grabbed one, and that was 67% of the vote. So vast majority of you grabbed one. Good work, y'all.
Good work.
The second most was 17% at decided no for other reasons. And then tied for last place here was no, I'm a dummy and I wasn't on the mailing list. And then the other one with 8% was got selected for 2. Seemed like getting selected for 2 was a rarity for the Snow Day. So they must have done all right with that release.
Yeah, seriously.
But
they definitely sold out.
Yeah, we wanted to know also, what was your favorite Found North release to date? Got some write-ins here from Kilted 518 Miles Ferguson saying Helldiver 2025. That dude loves him some juicy red fruit. We got Coach Garwood here saying Batch 6S. The special finishing of Batch 6.
You had that one, right?
I do have that one. Thanks to your drinking buddy. Thank you very much.
Hey-o.
We got Madtown Marketer Ben Klepsig saying whichever is the last one I tried. He just loves whichever one is the last one. We got D Holly Outdoors here, new write-in saying this is my first one. I assume Snow Day. I can't wait to try it. So I hope you've tried it by now, because Snow Day was made to be opened. So crack that sucker open. Let us know what you think. We got Whiskey Shaman here saying Helldiver First Flight. Whiskey Shaman and Miles Ferguson need to get together for the Helldiver Bros.
Yeah.
And lastly, we got Cody Clark 88 saying depends on the day, maybe Hoverhawk, but really the chill filtered Songle Barrel.
Yes, that's Songle Barrel. Miles is a big fan too. So
absolutely. Well, a little bonus one here too. We asked you over Christmas. Actually, I think it was on Christmas or maybe Christmas Eve. Would you rather have the best Thomas H. Handy or the worst George T. Stagg? Now, before I announce the results, I don't even know if you know, but do you think, how separated do you think the answers are here? Do you think
that it's most people are saying George T. Yeah. No, I think it's like 75-25 George T. Stagg.
Yeah. You think it'd be skewed. It is pretty even, man.
Nice.
It is 55-45, the winner being the best year of Thomas H. Handy.
Wow, did not
versus the
expect
worst
that.
year of George C. Stagg. Now,
Yeah.
now this we came up with this, I think, randomly on the side. What would your choice be, Cole? What would you choose?
Mine's definitely worst of George C. Stagg over best of Handy. Yeah.
Dude, I'm the best Handy crowd. I think that I would prefer the one that's known to be the best.
Yeah.
Versus the one that is just kind of, forgettable, like the worst of it about.
George T's I mean, Thomas H is I. Yeah. So
it's like, with as different as the answers are, like I can get it at the same time though. Because sometimes you're like, you choose a side and you're like, I can't even understand why the other side would choose whatever they're choosing.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but I'm firmly in the Thomas H. Handy camp.
Proves it was a great question to ask. So I'm glad you put that one on. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. But this time now, this episode is coming out right around New Year's here. Maybe New Year's Eve, I think. Yeah.
No, wait. No, it's Thursday, I think, is New Year's. Or Wednesday's New Year's Eve. Yeah.
We're putting out this question on Instagram on New Year's Eve. And the question is, what is your New Year's whiskey cocktail? So, Cole, cocktails with Cole. Do you have an answer for this one?
Raspberry Sunshine, my dogs. No, I don't know.
Yes, classic.
Whoever knows that.
Yeah, I know, right? That is the deepest of deep cuts.
Yeah.
While you're thinking, I'll give you this. While you're thinking. A cranberry rosemary sour, man. I'm a sucker. And yeah, it's Christmassy, but Christmas is close to New Year's, so give me that at least. Give me some cranberry. Give me a nice aromatic rosemary in there too. Maybe a little soda water, effervescent, a little fizzy on top. Cranberry rosemary sour. That's what I'm all about.
Do you have any rosemary bushes?
No, I don't, but I wish I did.
We had some in Gilbert, and they were nice. You had to pick like where you're like, I bet a dog didn't pee on this area, and you kind of had to wash it a little extra.
Yeah, well, so that's what. Let me rephrase. I wish I had rosemary bushes in my backyard. That's
yeah. I would have to grab from like the very top because I was like, yeah, this is probably peed on by a dog. But it was good rosemary, and like, yeah, who knew rosemary grew like a weed in Phoenix? But it does. Yeah, I would always see it and like slap my hand on it and be like, so I actually, the Raspberry Sunshine did have an optional use of a sprig of rosemary to kind of give it a little what do you call it, savoriness to it. So yeah, check it out. We'll get a few hits on that video this week of Chill Filtered's cocktails with Cole, Raspberry Sunshine.
Is that your answer? Because I will link it.
No, let's do it. Do it. And people will be like, he looks like a young man. Yeah.
Better than looking like an old man.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's the problem, is that I used to look like a young man. Yeah. No longer.
Right.
You smell like daddy.
This tomato smells like or tastes like grandma.
Is that a Ralphie quote?
Yeah. Tobacco. Just Google Simpsons tobacco, like tomato, but tobacco. That the Simpsons tobacco episode is a classic, man.
This tomato smells like grandma.
This tomato tastes like grandma. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, Ralphie quotes. Yeah.
I choose you.
So Heather and I will joke a lot about like, you smell like daddy. Like, that's amazing. All right, guys.
Dude, I think the choose you. I think that's season 1 Simpsons, actually.
I think I've heard it too, and I've watched all season 1.
It's Valentine's Day, and Ralphie doesn't get any cards from anyone in the entire class. And Lisa sees him and she feels bad. So she like quickly scratches out or whatever name was on there. And she gives this card to Ralph so that Ralph gets a card. And because Ralph gets a card from Lisa, he becomes completely infatuated with her.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen that one.
Right.
Which is such a real thing. Like if you actually did that, that would totally happen in the real world.
But you're so nice. So if you did that, you're so nice.
Yeah. And then you're like plagued with this weirdo. That's so funny. Ralph Wiggum, maybe. All right. I hope that we can figure out. Oh yeah. So we're gonna send out some surveys this week. I'm like crying. It was so funny.
Oh, I love it.
And we're gonna send out some surveys. We want to hear what you think, and maybe even some feedback if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And see what we can do better next year. Any new segments or anything? We're down. We're down to find out. I remember when we added what whiskey would you choose? Game changer. It was like literally like 7 years ago though. So
yeah.
We need some new stuff. We can
gained massive listeners from that.
Yeah.
Massive.
At least much more Instagram comments.
That's true.
So that's the good news.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
And people sadly that we love dearly that will comment through a message instead of the survey itself. Them dearly. Yeah.
Maybe that should be part of the Chili's as a little like slideshow education on how to click the vote button instead of writing in. we love you.
Those people.
We love you.
You might not make the cut though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I might forget. That's the thing. If you leave it up to me to remember,
don't check our messages.
That's true.
I mean, we do. But yeah.
Or I do, but it's too early and I'm not going to read the results for a week and a half. You never know. But Cole, I hope that you don't have to work tomorrow. Do you have to work tomorrow?
I do. But the good news is I have like no meetings all week. And I need to get some stuff done. So it'll be like just pure productivity. So it'll be nice.
Nice. Man, I'm off till January 5. So I hope that I hope that I complete everything on my honey-do list.
Nice. I hope too. And I hope I have a productive week this week. But I hope our listeners also have great weeks nonetheless. Hope you're enjoying your last week of the year and first week of the next year. But most of all, we hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits.
Chill Filtered podcast via Patreon. Cheers.
We got to keep that in there.
I know. I am not doing that over. That went really well.
Yeah. 24 and 48 or so.
I mean, I guess
that's so funny. I was expecting like the nicest ting from this new glass, and it's like ding. No ting.
Oh my god.
No ting at all.
So funny.
It's that thick bass, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, right. It's a shock absorbing bass, baby.
Yeah. Exactly.